Yes, people, welcome to The Wait Is Over. We have just seen the weigh-in. Richard Riakporhe takes on CBS. Let's look at what we've seen today, because there's been a couple of incidents. Let's start with Ben Whitaker and Ezra. And it just took a sudden turn, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Ezra's talked himself into a fight. He did a club of Lang, man. He talked himself into a fight, but I think he's talked himself into Ben Whitaker producing the most vicious, cruel side of him when the bell goes. Ben Whitaker, he's upset because he even said after when this fight was made, I am not doing this again. I am not letting anybody, just because they come to shout up, they need to deserve to be in the ring with it. Ben's upset. And so as far as I'm concerned, I think he's going to come out there and he's going to try and slaughter him because he's trying to make a name for himself.
Spen, what did you make of the grab and the throw, the slap? There was even a bra thrown. Yeah, look at the bra here.
Oh, yeah, you keeping that, yeah? No, you're fine. You're fine. But yeah, what did I make of that? I agree with Johnny in many ways that, we may see a side of Ben Whitaker that we haven't seen before. I spoke to him after the incident. We saw, it was always going to be heated. He crashed the party. He got the fight that he wanted, and Ben Whitaker said, "Listen, I want to make a statement here. I want to go out there. I'm normally the drunken master. I go out there. I do a lot of showboating. Today, I want to be the sword. Tomorrow, I want to be the surgeon. I want to go out there and I want to do a job. I want to be more spiteful and show that I have that side to me." And I think that's what he'll do. I mean, he'll go out there and he'll try and make that statement because he's one of those guys, like a young Nassim Hamid that's, used to like to predict the way that a fight was going to go and try and deliver that. And I think that's what he's doing right now, Ben Whitaker. He's showing it so, look, yeah, we've got all that showboating. I can be spiteful when I want to. But that's what I'm expecting. I think that Ezra is the perfect opponent for him to do that. 12-0, 10 KOs. He's coming to win. It's about opportunity for him. He's got this opportunity and he's going to try and take it. But that, I think, will be his undoing.
Let's have a look at one of the other fights that kicked off as well, and this promises to be potentially fight of the night. Isaac Chamberlain, Jack Massie. We saw a little tap on the face and a little slap in return from Jack Massie. What did you make?
I like it. You know what? Isaac Chamberlain is one of those guys that tries to get the fight won before the first bell rings. He gets inside the opponent's head. He's always giggling and winding his opponent up. And it was working to some extent with Jack Massie. But today, Johnny, I don't know what you thought, but I saw something totally different there. I think that actually Massie got inside Isaac's head. Isaac was the one that seemed to fight. It sort of thing went wrong. Isaac was getting at him. Massie gave him a little slap. And it seemed to affect Isaac more than it did Jack Massie.
I don't know what's happened between yesterday and today because Isaac walked on the stage with intense. I'm going to get on. I'm thinking, what's being said? And I need to find out what's been happening behind the scenes for him to just switch so rapidly. And Isaac wanted to really get in space, and Jack Massie would give him, he just wouldn't look at him. So Isaac actually stroked the side of his cheek, kind of tapped on the side of his cheek, and that's when Massie switched on him. And that's when Isaac switched. So you've got two firecrackers that are ready to crack off. I think that's going to be a wicked fight. I think it's for my old title, the European title, and to me it's the official gateway to the world scene.
Definitely. Now let's look at the big one, the main event. There was a stare down between them that lasted minutes. No amount of people between them. No one could create it until they actually held up this shirt that you're wearing. And that was what broke the stare down.
Absolutely. I mean, just want to keep down. I'm the gentleman, so we're going to go for it. Hours of fight won and lost. We go back 2019, nearly 5 years ago. That's a long time in the boxing ring. Both guys then were raw, untested to many extents, and sort of like, both guys took it. It was a tough fight. And Richard Riakporhe come out on top. He won that fight in the split decision. We're going to get a different fight now, by the way, because they're both more seasoned. I think for my man, Chris Billam-Smith, I think for him, what are the pluses for him? He's gone and won that world title, and as Johnny would tell you, he's a former cruiserweight champion. You win that world title, it elevates you to another level. He believes in himself, and what he's got, that quality that he's got, that not many fighters have got, is that when it's going against him, he has the quality to not let that get into his head, not let him get him down. He can turn a screw and turn it around. That's an amazing ability. Cole Fox was great at doing that as well. When things weren't going his way, he could turn it around. Chris Billam-Smith, that's how he wins the fight. Because I think that early on he gets tagged. I think Riakporhe was very heavy-handed. Chris is known to take a right hander too as well. You know, not defensively the best. Shane McGuigan's a good trainer, and they would have worked on certain things. I think that he's got to try and take Riakporhe into the second half of the fight, drag him into a dogfight, and let him ask questions about himself, because Richard Riakporhe's developed lovely, and he's looked great in doing so and beat some good opponents along the way, but we've not seen him in a dogfight yet. We've not seen him in the penultimate rounds, 10, 11, 12, where he has to go soul searching. He has to find questions about himself in a fight. See, he's proven Chris Billam-Smith. He's been there before, and he's had to do that. Riakporhe hasn't had to do that. So
He's had to do it. Maybe early in his career, but
not at this level. Not at this level. That's what I'm talking about. Johnny would, you know, when Johnny takes over, he'll explain it. But at this level, it's totally different. Billam-Smith's proven. Riakporhe's not proven at this level. So I think for Billam-Smith, he has to take him in the second half, take him into that dogfight, and hope that Riakporhe doesn't respond and crumbles. That's how I think that Billam-Smith wins it.
That stare down meant more to Chris than it did to Richard. And I think Chris was trying to prove something to himself, and Richard was trying to see, you know, what you got left. He was looking at Chris for that, because Chris is thinking, I'm a man now. I'm not all you folks. I've grown up, but what I've done. So he needed something to grasp on to say, I could do this guy in. And so I don't think anybody came out at all. I think you know, it just showed how much both fighters wanted. When it comes to the fight, how did Richard Riakporhe win? Now Chris Billam-Smith showed he could go through hellfire in regards to fighting Lawrence Okoli, who was the most unorthodox, heavy-handed cruiserweight that nobody wanted to box, and he'd sparred in time and time to that. Richard needs to make sure his punches are clean, precise, and it's going to be rough for him. So even in roughness, even in chaos, he's got to find those clean shots, because Chris is not hard to find when it comes to getting hit. So when Richard said in the past, you know, you're on the decline, he said it because Chris gets hit too much, too hard, too clean. Richard Riakporhe can bang. And so even when it's rough, he's got to make sure his punches are clean to the end. And the power that he's got, the power that he carries, should stop Chris inside the distance. I agree with Spencer. Chris has proven Richard isn't when it comes to a dogfight. I know what he can do in the gym, but now he's got to do it in public. And this is why the tables have turned. It should be actually Richard's there as a champion and Chris is there as a challenger. Well, what Chris has done it, he's done it in public. Richard hasn't had the opportunity, or just hasn't done it. But when you go to the buckets, you go with facts. Facts are Chris has proved he can do it. Richard hasn't. Richard needs to make sure he gets there, punching play when it's rough, make sure he gets some power shots in, and he gets an inside the distance knockout.
Prediction from you, 9
It's a real tough one to call because of this situation that we're in. You know, Riakporhe holds that victory over him, and that stands him in good stead, because mentally, psychologically, he'd be there. Chris Billam-Smith, if he can take those punches early on, he will take him into a dogfight. And that's why I think home advantage is crucial in going into this fight, because that home advantage, like we saw against Lawrence Okoli, like we saw against Masternak last time out, when Chris Billam-Smith walked back to that corner, his head was down after round 4. Shane McGuigan done a brilliant job in the corner, pulled him back up. But home advantage was crucial there, and it's sort of like that, and that goes your way. I think Riakporhe's home advantage here might just scrape him over the line, because he will have to ask himself questions, and he will feel sorry for himself, and he will have to question himself. But I think home advantage will get him there. I think it's a great fight. Go down to the wire, and I'm just tipping Riakporhe to win a close points decision.
Regardless of who wins, it's going to be an excellent night of boxing. There is only one way to find out, and that is to lock in on Saturday night. We'll see you now.